Hi, I'm Tim and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to have two Yubikeys set up to access one of your online accounts. So you can have two Yubikeys to access the same online account, or maybe you just want to have a backup Yubikey. Well, this also works for that. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to register two Yubikeys onto your online account. And in this case, we'll take, for example, Google as the online account. And what we'll do is enable two-factor authentication for both of our Yubikeys. Just for information, this refers to such things as two-factor authentication, or what some people call multi-factor authentication, or authenticator codes, which are generated when you use your username and password, and then it will generate a random code that you finalize your access with to your online account by entering the random code. So let's get to it. So here we are at the Yubico website. Now what you first need to do is make sure that you've downloaded and installed the Yubico Authenticator application. Now to download this, you go onto the Yubico website, so it's yubico.com. Then you'll be taken to the home page, as you'll see here. Now once you've got to the home page, what you need to do is select support at the top here, and then from the left side menu select downloads. This will then take you to the download section of the Yubico website, and what you need to do is download the Yubico Authenticator application, which you will see here. So select download and then select download now. Then from the download Yubico Authenticator section of the web page, you will see that there's various applications for example, Android, iOS, Mac, Linux, and of course Windows. So what you need to do, in this case, I've already downloaded the Windows version here. So I've downloaded the download for Windows directly here, 64-bit. You can of course download it from the Microsoft App Store if you so wish, but in this case I've already downloaded it from the Windows directly here, 64-bit option. So I've already installed the Authenticator application, so it's easy to do. Just follow the setup instructions on screen once you've downloaded and run the setup program. So once you've done that, you can exit the Yubico webpage. Then you will see on screen, I've logged in to my Google account. We're going to, in this example, set up two Yubikeys for the same account, and we're going to be doing it on the Google account, as you'll see here. So what we first need to do is register the first Yubikey before we can register the second or the backup Yubikey. So to register the first Yubikey, what you would need to do is go to Security at the left side menu. Then scroll down and you will see how to sign in to Google options. Now what we're going to do is select the Authenticator option. So you'll see a button for Authenticator. So select this, and then you will need to log into your Google account again. So enter the password as you normally would, and once you've logged in, it will say Authenticator app, and then there'll be a button for Set up Authenticator. Click the button to set up Authenticator, and this will generate a QR code, which you'll see on screen at the moment. Now what you need to do is don't scan the QR code, so do not scan this QR code. What you need to do is select the option for Can't Scan It. Then with the pop-up window, you will see it's generated a lot of random text here. So what we're going to do is copy this random text and paste it into a notepad document. As you'll see on screen, I've opened up Notepad++. You can use your regular notepad application, whichever one you use, or temporarily make a note of this on a piece of paper. So once we've registered the Yubikeys, so we'll register both of them, what we will do is either destroy the paper or get rid of the notepad document where we've copied and pasted. However, if you want to keep it in future to set up and add more Yubikeys to your account, if you're likely to do this, then I would recommend writing this down on a piece of paper somewhere, and don't save it anywhere on your computer or in an online document for security reasons. So I would recommend just writing this down on a piece of paper if you think you'll need to use more than 2 Yubikeys for your account in future. So then once you've registered all your Yubikeys, you can destroy the piece of paper or keep it somewhere very safe. So once you've copied and pasted this, you can then select the option for next. Then what you need to do is open up the Yubico Authenticator application. And you will see here on screen, I've got the Yubico Authenticator application. Now what we're going to do is insert the Yubikey into a USB slot on the computer. And as you will see, it's now changed screen to account. So what you need to do if you don't have it selected already is select the option at the left hand side for accounts. And then what we're going to do with the setup option at the right hand side of this window, select add account. Then what we're going to do is with the add account window, we're going to add manually. We're not going to use scan QR code, but select add manually. And then with the add account screen that appears, you'll see we've got the cursor in the issuer optional box. Now what we're going to do is type the name of this website. So for example, Google account. So that is the name. You can call it anything you want, but I would recommend using the same name on both Yubikeys. Then in the account name, what we're going to do is type in our email address that we registered our Google account with. So just type in your email address that you registered the account with. So once you've typed in the account name, then you need to go to the secret key box. Then in the secret key box, what we're going to do is copy and paste from the notepad document that line of random text. So copy it and paste it into the secret key box here. Then once you've done that, you can select the require touch option. So if you have a touch Yubikey where you have to touch it, you can enable the require touch option so that when you log in, you have to select the Yubikey by touching it before it will generate the random login code. So I would recommend enabling this option. So to do this, just click on require touch and you'll see it's now put a tick against it here. Once you've done that, you can then click save, and then what we're going to do is generate our first code. So double click on Google account and then touch the Yubikey and it should copy a code which you'll see here, and you should be able to just then paste it into the code window on the Setup Authenticator app on the Google website here. So paste it in, select verify in the bottom right corner. Then it will say verifying code. You will then see that the Authenticator application has just been added. As you will see, it's Authenticator added just now. So if you ever want to change the Authenticator app, all you would do is click change Authenticator app, and then you can register a completely new Yubikey. So don't select this option to copy the Yubikey, as it will generate a brand new Authenticator app random code. So if you're using the backup option, which is what this video is about, you do not need to select change Authenticator app. So don't select that option. So what we're going to do now is copy the same Authenticator login for this Yubikey to our next Yubikey. So what we'll do is go back to the account. As you will see at our Google account under the main security menu here, scroll down and you will now see that we've got Authenticator and it's added and the time it had been added. So what we're going to do now is copy the same code and login to our backup Yubikey. So to do this, what you need to do is open the Yubico Authenticator application again. Then you will see that we're still in the main Yubikey account. So this account for the main Yubikey is still open on screen. So what you need to do is remove your first or original Yubikey. Then take your second Yubikey and insert it into the USB slot on your computer. Then you will see we've got no account set up here because this is our backup Yubikey. So what we're going to do is at the right side on the setup, we're going to click add account like we did with the first Yubikey. So select add account, and then with the add account menu, we're going to select again like we did with the first Yubikey, we're going to select add manually. Then with the add account window, for the issuer, we're going to call this Google account backup so that you know it's your backup Yubikey. Then for the account name, what we're going to do is type in our email address again that we registered with our Google account with. So it must be the same email address that is already registered with your Google account and that you used to register your first Yubikey with. So make sure that you keep the email address the same. Then in the secret key box, we're going to click in there, and then what we're going to do is again copy and paste that long random text into the secret key box, and then what we're going to do is minimize our notepad document temporarily, and then again we'll select require touch, which is then put a tick against require touch, and then what we'll do is click save. Now you can see we've got Google account backup in there. So to test this, what we will do is on the Google account web page, which you'll see here, we've got two-step verification and it's saying two-step verification is off. So to enable the authenticator option, what we're going to do is scroll down to how you sign into Google and again select authenticator. Then what we're going to do is turn on the authenticator request application so that when you log into your Google account, it will also request your code from your Yubico Authenticator. So click the button to turn on. Then once you've selected turn on two-step verification, what you need to do again is select the button to turn on two-step verification again. Then with the pop-up window for add a phone number for two-step verification, click skip. Then with the continue without a phone number, click continue anyway, and you will now see that you're protected with two-step verification with the authenticator. So click done. Then once you have done that, log out of your Google account and then attempt to sign back in again with your username and password and click next. You will now see that it's requesting a two-step verification code. So open the Yubico Authenticator application. Then with the Authenticator application open, double click on Google account backup, and then what you need to do is touch your Yubikey. Then with the two-step verification box on the Google website here, what you need to do is right click and select paste, or you can use Ctrl+V on your keyboard to paste in the number and then click next. You'll now see that we're logged back in to our Google account using our backup Yubikey. So that's how easy it is to register more than one Yubikey with your Google account. So what happens if you've already registered one Yubikey and you've just purchased, for example, a backup Yubikey? So what you need to do is re-register your original Yubikey. So here in your Google account, what you need to do is select security from the left hand side. Then with the security screen open, scroll down to how you sign into Google and you'll see that we've got Authenticator, which is already added. So what you need to do is select Authenticator. Then with the Authenticator app screen open on your web page, what you need to do is select Change Authenticator app. Then with the Change Authenticator app and the QR code showing on screen here, what you need to do is select Can't Scan It. So do not scan the QR code, but select Can't Scan It. This will then generate a long random number, as you'll see on screen here. So what you need to do is copy this and then paste it into a notepad document. So as you can see, I've got Notepad++ open and I've pasted in that code from the Google account here. If you don't have Notepad, then what you can do is also make a note of this code temporarily on a piece of paper. So once you've copied and pasted the code or made a note of it, click next, and then what we need to do is open up our Yubico Authenticator application. So here on screen you'll see I've got the Authenticator application open and we've already got the Google account registered in here. So what we're going to do is eventually remove this account, but first what we need to do is unselect the Google account by clicking in a blank area on your Authenticator app. Then at the left hand side, this will give you a setup menu with an add account option. Now what you need to do is select add account. Then with the add account screen open, select add manually. Then in the issuer name box, just give this account a name, so any name you like. So in this example, we'll use Google account new. So this differentiates and we know which Google account is our new one that we're registering. Then in the account name box, you enter your email address that you used to log into your Google account. So once you've typed in your email address in the account name box here, then select the secret key. Now what we're going to do is paste in the secret key from our notepad document. So copy and paste it from the notepad document. Then again, I would recommend selecting the require touch option so that you have to touch your Yubikey to confirm your login credentials. Once you've done that, you can then click save and you'll see we've now got Google account new. So this has registered our Google account with the new Authenticator app code. So what we need to do is double click the Google account new, and this will ask you to touch your Yubikey. So touch it and it will now generate a login code, and then paste in the code that we've just generated in our Yubico Authenticator. So paste this in there and click verify. This will then verify the Authenticator and it confirms that it's now updated the new Authenticator app. So once you've done that, you can then go back to the Yubico Authenticator application, remove your original Yubikey, and then what you need to do is insert your backup Yubikey. Then what we're going to do, you'll see we've got no accounts in our new backup Yubikey. So what we're going to do is select add account and then select add manually, and then in the issuer name box type in the name which you want to refer your Google account for. So in this case we'll call it Google account backup. In the account name, again type your email address that you used to log into your Google account with. Then in the secret key box, what we need to do is again paste in the code from our notepad document. So this is the same code which we pasted in to our original Yubikey account box. So we're pasting in the same code in the secret key box which we pasted in to our original Yubikey. So again, once you've pasted that in, click require touch and then select save. And this has now saved a backup Google account Authenticator app login to your backup Yubikey. So now you have your original Yubikey set up with the new Google Authenticator app process, and you also have your backup Yubikey set up with the same process. So now that you've created your backup Yubikey and also generated the new code for your original Yubikey, and provided you are now able to log in with your new Yubikeys, add your new Yubikey account, what we've created on your original Yubikey, then what you can do is go ahead and delete your original. So here you will see we've got Google account new, which is the new one we've just created with the backup Yubikey also. So what you can do is delete the other account by selecting it once, and that's by clicking on it once, and then at the right hand side you'll get an option to delete account. So once you've made sure that you've selected the original account which we are removing and not the new account, then you can go ahead and click delete account, and then with the confirmation message delete account, click delete, and this has now deleted our original account for Google login, and it's also left our new account there which we want and which is the same as our backup Yubikey. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it useful and hope you found it easier to follow as well, and I'll be back again with more videos again soon. Thanks for watching and bye for now.